So the 2020 NFL football season has kind of been an uphill battle for everyone involved. For the longest, it was kind of doubtful if we were ever going to have the season. But even in the midst of everything going on in the world, things just haven't been looking good for the Patriots. So March 20th, Tom Brady announced, hey, he's not returning to the Patriots. He's going to be signing with the Buccaneers. A few weeks later, we found out 8 Patriots players opted out of playing, and that was the league high, the most in the NFL. And they had important key role players opt out like Donta Hightower and safety Patrick Chung. Now, of course, in August for a second, hey man, things looked up. They signed Cam Newton. He brought some new life to the program, a new face at that quarterback position, a former MVP. Some people thought Bill Belichick can maybe pull off some Houdini stuff, and the Patriots could be a legit contender. We even saw them almost beat the Seahawks, but almost doesn't count in the NFL. Fast forward to now, the Patriots are 2-5 and things are looking great. The past 2 games, Cam Newton has looked terrible. He even got benched one game, but Bill Belichick still says that's his starting QB. And recently, Bill Belichick did a radio interview pretty much quitting on Patriots Nation. Now, this is an insane soundbite. I'm gonna play it for you guys. Listen to it closely. Listen to what Bill Belichick is saying, and take note that he's saying this in the middle of a season. This is ridiculous. Check this out.
What's the question?
Well, I will say that I mean, what it sounds like is like a lot of excuses, like COVID excuses, you know, things that you haven't ever said before.
No, it's not. I didn't say it was an excuse. I never said that.
No, I didn't say you did.
Well, then don't. Right. I mean, look, we paid Cam Newton $1 million. I mean, it's obvious we didn't have any money. You know, it's nobody's fault. That's what we did the last 5 years. We sold out and won 3 Super Bowls, played in the 4th, and played in an AFC Championship game. You know, this year we had less to work with. It's not an excuse. It's just a fact.
All right, so what Bill is saying, it's honestly the truth. You know, they sold out to win. They did everything they could to win when they had Tom Brady on the team. But in the middle of the season, when all the guys on your team are still competing, it's a lot of those guys that are trying to, you know, showcase themselves so they can land the big contract in the offseason. I know Cam Newton is looking forward to having a bounce-back season. And then the head coach is doing radio interviews in the middle of the season saying, hey, we suck. We don't have enough players on the team. We couldn't afford to sign anybody, so we just suck. What do you want me to do? We suck. And my answer to that is, you're supposed to be the GOAT. This is supposed to be the greatest coach of all time. It was always the question, who was it? Was it Brady? Was it Belichick? Was it Belichick? Was it Brady? Is it the system? Maybe it was Brady the whole time. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think this is a slap in the face to every player in that Patriots locker room. I don't know how you buy into the system when your head coach, one of the greatest coaches of all time, is saying he doesn't have enough weapons. The roster doesn't have enough talent. His hands are tied behind his back. He can't do anything. I think this was a crazy soundbite. Patriots fans, hey, sound off, man. Let me know what you think, because to me, it sounds like Bill Belichick is quitting on the Patriots for this season, at the very least. We all know he can do some Houdini stuff in the offseason, maybe land another quarterback, maybe get one of the popular quarterbacks coming out of the draft. But right now, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then, of course, we all know on the flip side of things, it looks like Tom Brady is in an insane offense, playing behind a great defense, and a lot of people have the Buccaneers as Super Bowl contenders. Now, I'm sure if Belichick was coaching the Buccaneers, they would also be Super Bowl contenders, but I'm just very shocked as a football fan to honestly hear a coach quit on his team smack dab in the middle of the season, because that's pretty much all that he said. Because that's essentially what he said without saying it, man, and it's very disheartening to me. In the comments, hey, sound off. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if Bill Belichick was out of line doing this interview and speaking so candidly during the regular season. I mean, honestly, it's almost selfish. You know, it's almost selfish to even speak like this when, again, it's other guys in that organization that can't just take a season off because they're the GOAT. Cam Newton can't be asked this season and come back next season because he's the GOAT. He's barely in the NFL. You know, it's guys on that roster that can't just rest on their laurels because they've won Super Bowls with Tom Brady. So again, I hate it. I really hate it. I'm not a fan of it. It was a terrible interview. I don't want to ramble too long. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, hey man, sound off. Let me know what you think. But Bill Belichick, do better, man. You are better than this. Keep fighting. Do your job. That's a Patriot saying, do your job and coach them up and compete. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.